Super Bowl 2025, man, it was a mix of sports, entertainment, celebrities, music, everything.
Everything. He had a bit of everything.
And we're going to break it all down
let's
because we got sports, we've got entertainment, we've got it all. You were down in New Orleans, Brendan.
Yeah.
Tell us everything.
Can't you tell? Did I gain a little weight?
No.
All that
the
New
gumbo
Orleans food,
and
the gumbo, the crawfish, everything down there, the Creole food, the flavor of New Orleans was absolutely unbelievable. I think there were more Eagles fans than Chiefs fans down there, but you know Eagles fans are going to travel. But I tell you what, from the parties to the food, the music, the culture, this Super Bowl was everything we all needed. And I guess let's get into this week, huh? Let's start with the week.
Who were some of the people that you got to run into and talk to?
So it started at the Uber One party. We had a great time there. John Hamm was there. He dapped me up, and I was just like, oh, I got to handshake the guy from Mad Men.
That's awesome.
Amy Schumer was there as well, but I tell you who kind of brought the place down. Travis Scott performed.
What?
That energy was absolutely on fire, and like literally because of what do you call it, the pyrotechnics and all that, almost burnt my edges, almost burnt my hairline because I was standing out. Yeah, I know, but his energy is absolutely infectious, and like that kind of kicked off the weekend. You know, I was there for the week, but that kicked off the weekend. The next day, the Fanatics, Michael Rubin, you know he throws a party.
Super Bowl party I heard ever down there.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Shaq was there, Meek Mill, Pete Davidson, Robert Kraft, Olivia Dunn, Shabuzi, Post Malone.
Who'd you rub elbows with?
I think I had the best time speaking with Meek. Meek was pretty cool. Michael Rubin was pretty cool. I didn't know Shabuzi was that tall. That dude is absolutely huge.
And you're super tall, so how tall was he?
6'5". I think he has on those big boots that everybody wears now, those like platform shoes and stuff that people wear now. But I mean, that red carpet was one thing, but when I went in, it was like my, you've arrived moment, because I tell you, Super Bowl week is like a cool high school reunion.
It's like the New Year's Eve for football.
Absolutely, yeah, because it's like when all the celebrities come and they get to see each other, they chop it up. And then people in our industry as well. I mean, I'm talking Maria Taylor, Emmanuel Acho, anyone and everyone, Kevin Frazier, everybody was down there. I mean, that Michael Rubin, you sure do know how to throw a party, and that's why my voice is like this, because I'm still trying to recover. You know, we can't hang anymore, but
I know.
I mean, what a week. What a week. It was absolutely amazing.
Who were some of the sports players you got to run into?
OBJ went to his party. Thanks for getting me in your party, OBJ. Paul Skeens, Olivia Dunn's boyfriend, who we just got MLB Rookie of the Year this year. I walked by Serena Williams, and I'm like, that's Serena, not knowing that she was going to see Walk. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But again, T.O., Justin Jefferson, a lot of like NFL elite were there, and it was just, I mean, again, I mentioned Shaq earlier, and I mean, it was anything and everything, and I'm glad that it kicked off the week because, or it kicked off that game, because I had more fun at the parties and all than watching that snooze fest of a game that we were forced to watch last night.
I know.
You ready to get into that?
I am. Although I do want to know, did you get any glimpses of Taylor and Travis?
I did not see them. I did go and have a drink at the Chiefs hotel because a lot of their fans were down there, but it was, you know, I could say this at work, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Travis and them, they're not going to be down there. But no, I did not. But I think what Travis was wearing going into the Super Bowl, like looking like
1970s Bee Gees.
I was gonna say that 70s show, looking like somebody cool from that 70s show. I absolutely loved it, like what he had on.
Did you?
Yeah, I would rock that if I could afford it. Like that, look, that is like because I'm down with like the suits and stuff. I'm not into streetwear, and we're talking about the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts absolutely killed it on the field, and what he had on with the purple, I guess double-breasted, looking like the Joker but cleaner, and you know all the women were watching the Super Bowl for Jalen Hurts anyway. You know, don't worry, it didn't hurt my feelings. But you know, it was. I think the fashion going into it was great, and it was probably the best thing we saw all night.
Okay, I mean, fair enough, although he had to walk away in that, which we'll talk about too. But let's get into the beginning of the games.
Absolutely.
So we saw Taylor walking in with Ice Spice, who she actually was accompanied with last year as well, which I was excited to see. I was also shocked.
Why, were you excited to see Ice Spice?
Is
she still relevant? Like, is she still relevant? Taylor Swift just made her relevant again. She was on stage with Travis Scott at the Uber One party.
Okay.
But I think I have her choreography down. Walk left, walk right, rap, turn around, and start twerking. Like she did
There
that.
goes the booty.
It was the same thing that over and over again. But I don't want to come off as the hater and all that. But at the end of the day, it was like
the reason why I say I was excited to see her walking with Ice Spice is it's another repeat. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? She's
okay, yeah.
repeating with somebody
Okay.
because she did not bring Blake Lively,
Okay,
which we
all
were
right.
all anticipating to see if she was going to show or not. There could be a little bit of bad blood going on right now with that whole
I like
situation.
what you did there. Keep going.
You do, right?
Yep.
She had the Haim sisters with her, which is another one of her closest friends. Her best friend, Ashley. That was great.
Okay.
Her box, she had MGK in the box.
MGK was up there?
Yeah.
Wow, all right. But she got booed.
She did get booed.
You knew that was going to happen, and that's the reason why everyone was going against the Chiefs because
But
of
she
the
got
whole...
booed by the Eagles fans, let's be honest.
All right. But she also got booed by half of America, people watching at home, because no one wanted to see too much of that. They didn't want to see the NFL throw that in our faces again. I think that's why everyone, if you didn't have a horse in the race on this one, people were going for the Eagles because they didn't want the script to play out like everyone thought it was going to be.
And a lot of people were sober because they all had drinking games based around how many times they were going to get to see Taylor on camera.
Yeah.
It was what, maybe once or twice max.
And I didn't. We knew that was gonna. I think that was scripted. I think they knew not to overdo it. And the game, again, you said a lot of people were sober. A lot of us put our kids to bed early as well because, I mean, the Eagles brought out that belt and just whooped that butt. So, it was Super Bowl underwhelming. But I want to get your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime
I will get to that in 1 second because one more thing, too.
What's that?
President Donald Trump showed up.
He
which
was
a big deal. He's shaking hands with everybody on the field.
Yep.
He got cheered.
Yeah, absolutely. I could you can expect that. People were. I'm sure there were people booing. I'm sure. I don't want to get into that. We're
not going to get political.
That political lane when it came to it, but you saw he was out by halftime. Don was on Air Force One, like, man, this game is boring. Let me get back to Washington and sign another executive order
I already
or
know
something.
who's
like,
winning.
This is boring. It's over. And he actually tweeted or wrote something on Truth Social about Taylor getting booed. And all,
he retweeted it, and he was basically to almost kind of throw it in her face because Taylor's not a fan.
Yeah. Everyone's getting trolled. Like everyone's getting trolled.
And now to the halftime.
Yeah.
The time we've been waiting for.
We're gonna get in trouble for this one, Astra, because we kind of feel the same way when it came to this halftime show. One word, and we'll say it on the count of three. One word to describe Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. You ready? One, two, three.
Underwhelming. You said a word. That's a sound.
A word?
That's a sound.
Is a word. I'll look it up on my.
E-H-H-H?
Yeah.
That's a sound. It's underwhelming.
Okay, all right. One sound
to
describe the performance.
Okay,
one, two, three.
It definitely was.
Why is that on your end?
Because it was so draggy. To be completely honest with you, I was watching it. I wasn't really feeling it. There's no hype. When you want to watch the halftime show, you want to see a performance. You want to see, the glitz, the glamour, the flips, everything.
Yep.
To me, it was just, I'm watching and I'm like, when's this going to pick up?
Okay.
I'm waiting for the pickup. There was no pickup moment until SZA came out.
Yep.
That's where I feel like it kind of had a little bit of a pickup moment where I was like, all right, great. He did have a little bit of a spare pickup moment prior to when he trolled us and gave us a couple of beats.
He teased us about, absolutely. They not like us, absolutely. And that's what everyone was waiting for.
Like, yes, and then he took it away from us. So I'm like, no. And then he brought it back. And that, to me, was the only time that I was actually excited for the halftime show.
I believe he had to do that because no one, unless you're a Kendrick Lamar fan or just a true hip-hop head, no one knows who Kendrick Lamar is.
Agreed.
In terms of...
It's a niche, there's only a group of people that are really big Kendrick fans.
So, and that's why I love the performance and the art and having, Samuel L. Jackson come out as Uncle Sam, but I thought it was that concert belonged at Madison.
Concert.
It was a great concert. Yes. Underwhelming halftime performance.
Absolutely.
That you put that on at Madison Square Garden. You put that on at TD Garden somewhere, and I love the image. I love what he did with a lot of the imagery. I didn't think he was going to have so much choreography and all. I love the set design. loved all of that, but that's something that I would like to be on like Ticketmaster or
Yes.
SeatGeek. Like, oh man,
Yes.
tickets to this Kendrick Lamar concert just dropped. Let me treat myself
Right.
on a Friday night.
That's a stage performance.
But
That's not a halftime performance.
And then when we talk about hip hop, remember when the Super Bowl was in LA? Dr. Dre brought out Snoop Dogg,
Yes.
50 Cent. These are people when
Legends.
you're at a bar, not a club. Let's say you're just at a bar and you're hearing songs like Chingy, everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Yep.
You need to have star power on the stage when it comes about it, whether it's a hip hop artist, whether it's a pop artist, or even a country star, because I believe that's who they're going to go to next year to kind of balance it. Yeah, we had
do you think they're
Usher
gonna
one
bring
year.
on?
Who's the dude who sings the Sweet Tennessee Whiskey?
Not you.
If he was playing at halftime, everyone would be singing that. That's
Chris
what I'm
Stapleton.
saying. Chris Stapleton. You want it has to be a performer that's bringing everybody in together, because when we talk about sports, food, and music, those are the three things that are not going to be or supposed to be divisive. Those are three things that are supposed to bring us together. So I feel as though we missed a moment. Jay-Z, Rock Nation missed a moment. Maybe not Usher, because everybody knows Usher.
That was a good show.
Everybody and their mamas was dancing to
Yes.
Usher last year. But I feel like we missed a moment to kind of collectively bring everybody together. So when you say he brought out SZA, that's great. But again, that's still a niche market.
Agreed.
SZA's not a global superstar. So it would have been great to have some sort of New Orleans-based country singer or pop singer, someone from Louisiana, from down at the boot, to come on now and start speaking in that New Orleans slang. You
They
heard
had
me,
Harry
Woody?
Connick Jr. in the beginning,
Yeah.
which was a good ad,
Which
you
was
know?
it was a great ad.
You had John Batiste, great ad.
Great ad. I think Kendrick Lamar was a good ad, and the reason why they put him there was because of Drake, because he destroyed Drake over the summer. 5 Grammys, swept it. Congratulations. But that was just an underwhelming performance.
Absolutely.
I would agree on that.
And he even name dropped Drake, which I was
he did.
shocked. I
That's-
mean, I didn't think he was going to go there. He went there.
Wow.
He brings out Serena
Being petty.
Williams, who happened to be Drake's ex at one point, which
Yeah.
not many people
Yeah.
always know that.
They didn't know that.
They were dating,
Yeah.
so that was like a big burn right there.
I mean, everybody has burned him. Drake was doing a show down in, I believe, Australia, and he changed some of the lyrics up to kind of take a slight at LeBron, because LeBron has been promoting the They Not Like Us. Everybody took an opportunity to jump on Drake when it came to that song. People have been hating on him for a long time. Oh, who's this light-skinned dude from Canada taking over hip hop. So now you got the kid from Compton that came in and kind of slayed the dragon.
and not just hip hop, but crossover to pop too. So he's got a lot.
He's got a lot, and Kendrick Lamar kind of slayed the dragon like the Eagles did. People wanted the Eagles to slay the dragon and the Chiefs, so it was fitting. He was a hot artist at the time, but again, when we're talking about the Super Bowl, which is a global, everybody and their mama is watching this, so they don't have to go to work on time the next morning. The game was underwhelming. The performance was underwhelming.
And somebody needs to check on Drake. Someone needs to check on
For
him.
what? He's still being relevant. You can't be hot without mentioning my name. Drake's about to come back and scorch earth on everybody.
He does have a new album coming out on the 14th,
There it
February
goes.
14th, dropping that
There
album.
it goes.
Which
On Valentine's Day too. I'm going full light skin for that one. I don't even want to hear the hip hop ones. I'm gonna just have like a rose pocket square, because he's gonna go half lover boy, I feel like, and then half scorch earth on everybody.
he's
because
ready
now,
to release.
Now you know who your friends are. There are no friends in this. Like I said that. How the Super Bowl was kind of like a high school reunion. You still saw some little side eyes from a couple people.
The
You still
fakeness.
saw some of the y'all still hooking up like that. That wasn't just a handshake. That was the hug handshake.
That's a, I know
and
what's
a little,
going on.
and a little shimmy in there. Like,
Yep.
okay, I'm gonna go full page 6 on y'all in a little bit with this tea, but. I mean, it was great, and I think one of the other winners was Tom Brady, and that $740,000
Ooh.
Jacob and Co. watch.
My goodness.
You talk about bling blow, that was crazy.
And people are trying to diss that watch. You have,
Why?
I guess because he's wearing this whole big, huge, massive watch.
Tom Brady.
Exactly. He has, what, 7 Super Bowl rings? Like,
Yeah.
don't tell the man what he can and cannot wear.
I'm Tom Brady. That's like,
Dave Portnoy ripped him apart for it.
That's on brand for Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy he rips everybody,
That is true.
But that's just on brand. He's a troll when it comes to that. And then you can kind of look at that like, I guess you can look at it like, oh, well, people are starving at home, and prices are this, or the inflation is that, and he's wearing he's got a house on his wrist. Like, speaking of rap, that's a rap verse right there. I got
Literally.
a full house on my wrist. So, those of us who get fresh at Bloomingdale and all, and we get fresh, and we don't need like a $740,000 Rolex to show our style or our je ne sais quoi. I think Portner was kind of speaking from that level, but at the end of the day, flaunt it if you got it, and the man's got it.
What would you have done to change things up? Personally, I think that Kendrick should have brought Taylor out. They did a song together, did Bad Blood.
It's that Bad Blood, yeah.
So it would have been nice with all of the Swifties were watching the game, not just for Taylor, but just for Taylor.
If I'm Kendrick Lamar,
they were hoping that they were going to see Taylor hit that stage, which that's always been a rumor too, that Taylor should do the halftime show.
No, she's taking too much bad blood right now, and it's almost like, look what you made me do. Like, you made her just sit there in silence in her suite, as opposed to last year and all, where her jumping up, like being at games and being
focus on her.
Yeah, it's she's making it. She's putting it to the fact where it's like, let this be on Travis, because at the end of the day, that's like, this is Travis's moment. We're talking about one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Now, his performance was very underwhelming as well. It looks like that's the word of the day when it comes to what that Super Bowl was. But
do you think he's going to go through with retirement?
You got to walk away now. He's not moving. It's like me trying to run around the house after my 2-year-old. I'm just not moving like I used to. I can't bend the corner like I used to. Now it's like, let's just sit down and watch Bluey, because Daddy don't want to run around too much. And that's what Travis looked like that older veteran. And I think he's just ready to make that transition into entertainment and pop culture, because what he's done on the field, we're not going to see for a long time. And what he's been able to do to set up his life after football, especially with dating who you're dating.
Yeah. Let's hope it lasts.
It's go.
Let's hope it lasts. Otherwise, she's going to get a great album out of this.
Okay. Although he's not going to, if he retires, he's not going to be as busy as he was, because a football schedule in the season is absolutely demanding. And your typical football player doesn't get to just fly, hop on a private jet and fly to go see a show, turn back around and fly back. But now,
not on any private jet, on her private jet.
She's got
her own.
She's the one that's got, oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's why
in that case,
wouldn't you want to date her? Come on.
Baby, I'll be there by 3. Gas the jet up, I'll be there by 3. I'm going to wear this little That 70s Show outfit again. His hair was a little different from what I thought it was going to be. But at the end of the day, Travis Kelce, man, heck of a run if you do retire. I hope you ride off into the sunset, get into the entertainment business a little bit more. But because remember, he had the reality show. He was popping a little bit before Taylor, but she just took him to a completely different level. And fellas, isn't that what we want our woman to do? Kind of elevate our game, elevate our swag. So it's not a bad thing you're dating who you're dating, but when it comes to walking away from the game, we say athletes, we die twice.
Yep.
We die, later on in life, but then we die that day when you gotta the 5 a.m. wake-ups and those days where your mama dropping you off at Pop Warner practices, and it's like, it's all over. It's all come to an end. And I think he kind of has to have that realistic talk with himself and see if this is really something he wants to do for another year at 30. He'll be like 37 next season. That's a no-go on the body.
Well, when did Tom Brady pull the plug?
It's different. Tom Brady was like in his 40s, but he's a quarterback.
All right.
He's not out there. He doesn't have to run around the way that Travis Kelce does. And then Brady understood that I can't move around like I used to move around. So if I can't be protected by this offensive line, keeping up, offensive line, you're keeping up. Okay, just like when you were saying Taylor references, I was keeping up too now.
Okay, I'm keeping up.
But if a Brady or a Kelce can't keep up with the speed of the game, because these young boys, they're hungry, they're moving fast, just retire. Go off into the sunset. Be a father. Travis Kelce doesn't have kids. Maybe that's next for the two. At the end of the day, it's when the game leaves you and you got a chance to get it cross over into this entertainment world, we will always agree that I'd rather be here talking about the game and all than waking up with ice bags on my knees, my ankle, and then you go see the doctor and it's like your hip bone connected to your neck bone, but it's not connected because you just got your head bashed in on a tush push.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, but at the end of the day, again, we said underwhelming, Super Bowl, whatever. Everybody had a great chance to, hopefully everyone was able to get together, be social. You created your own drinking games. You had fun. You got to spill the tea, spill your whiskey, spill your vodka,
and
whatever it is.
And laugh at a few commercials.
And laugh at a few commercials.
Yeah. What?
What? The commercials were underwhelming.
No, I liked a few of them.
Outside of How to Train Your Dragon, and maybe that's the dad in me talking like that. What commercial
Seal.
stood out?
I loved the Seal commercial. The creativity behind it was incredible.
A green screen, a seal, Photoshop seal to be a seal.
Come on.
Whoever, you deserve a raise for that. That was genius. Like no one's ever thought of that before. But
stop
am I hating this morning?
Go away.
Am I hating this morning?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
All right.
With that said, this is how we feel about it.
Yeah.
We want to know how you feel about it. So leave your comments below and let us know if you agree, disagree, or just what you think.